Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a bit different because a lot has been happening lately, and I'm going to kind of update you guys on everything, because when I say I got I got life updates. I basically got it all. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be, and I'm obviously going to be doing my makeup. Well, I tell you guys, I feel like shit. So if I just don't seem in the right state of mind, then that's why. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And without further ado, let's just get straight into today's video. I'm just going to start with my CeraVe moisturizing cream, because if you guys don't know, I feel like I've said this so many times. Shit, I'm running out. So I feel like you guys really would probably know by now. I struggle really bad with dry skin. And I haven't really been taking care of my skin lately because I've just been really depressed, I guess you could say. As I said, there's so much going on lately. I know I've mentioned that I go to 2 schools now, and that is honestly really tiring. I thought it would be, a different experience, and it is a different experience, and it's been fun. It's just sometimes after a little bit, I do need a break, but I can't have break days like I used to anymore. So my only break days are when my home school does not have school. And even then, I was going to show up to my second school today because I could still go there, but I don't even know what happened with that. I really don't. By the time I checked the time and was about to get ready, it was already 12, and my second school starts at 12:15, so there's no way I was making it in time. Now I'm going to go in with the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion, because, my skin needs tons of moisture. I just got it. I thought I just got moisturizer all over my Powerpuff Girls pants. I was literally about to cry. It's not even just the 2, schools that's bothering me. I've mentioned this kind of recently that I found out that I have borderline personality disorder, and I was officially diagnosed back, I want to say, about May. And once I was diagnosed, I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense because of the way I do act. It just makes sense. A lot of sense. And I knew it was going to happen eventually, so I was just preparing myself to hear it from a professional, and then I ended up hearing it from a professional, and then I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I've been struggling really bad with that lately. Everything is just eating at me. Let's just say that. It has been such a rough, past few weeks. I don't even know where to begin. And I feel like I've just been kind of distancing myself from people a little bit, because it's I just made a whole bunch of new friends and everything, but I have not really been a social person the past few years because a whole bunch of things happened. So I haven't really been that much of a social person, especially as much as I used to be. So I did kind of distance myself from everyone. And another reason why, though, is because I'm tired of getting blamed for shit that I didn't even start in the beginning. When I tell you that shit gets old real fast, that shit gets old real fast. So I was also tired of that, and so I started distancing myself from people and not really caring if they put me as the last priority. I couldn't care less at this point. Nothing phases me anymore. Yeah. Sorry about the little rant, but I mean, that's just how things are. I'm being blunt. That's how things are. And I know I'm tired of being a backup plan and everything, but I'd rather be a backup plan than hang out with someone every day and then just be blamed for shit that I didn't even fucking start. Once or twice I might have started it, but other than that, not really. There was definitely, as I said though, a couple times I did start something. So I'm not just saying the other person is or the other people are just starting it all. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm gonna take some accountability because yes, I started shit too from time to time, but also at the same time, I'm just so fucking tired of it. Maybe it's the tone in your voice. First of all, you got a tone with me, and then stop your attitude. Second of all, you got an attitude with me first. I'm that type of person where if you get an attitude with me, I'm gonna get one back, and if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry. That literally just reminded me of that one scene from Dance Moms.
Well, if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell. Like I said though, I've been distancing myself, and I don't really see my parents anymore. I feel like I just don't. Like, yeah, I live in the same house as them, and yeah, I talk to them, and yeah, I go with them to run errands occasionally now, but like, I don't see them as much anymore because I'm always in my room, always doing my own thing because I've just had enough of people lately. I really have. I've been forced to socialize every single day now, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of people. I get tired of people real fast. I'm that type of person where I just can't socialize for too long, or I need a break. Like, I'll be hanging out with my boyfriend, and he wants to go, like, hang out with, like, his brothers and stuff, and I'm like, you can go. I am not going. I don't have a problem with their family at all. That's not what I'm saying. I really don't have a problem with this family. I like them. But, like, and sometimes I just need a break from socializing. I really do. I guess the good thing is, though, I've stopped having nightmares as frequently because let me tell you guys, I would have nightmares multiple times a night. I would not be able to sleep. And it would be to the point where I would start going days without sleeping. But now my nightmares have somehow died down. And I couldn't be happier about this because when I tell you it's a struggle. It's a struggle. And you really just wouldn't truly understand how bad it really does impact you unless like you went through it yourself. And I know a lot of people do go through it, like PTSD is a real thing. It's been a whole struggle out here. I'm telling you guys, it's been a whole struggle. Honest to God, I really am out here thinking I do seriously need to get my meds switched. But it's been hard because now, like, I literally, like, don't want to miss school. Because if I miss school, I'm going to get very far behind. Like, you guys don't understand. So, I have been just going to school. I've been going to school every single day. Like, that's a record. That's a record. I just need to see my psychiatrist again, but, first of all, my counselor that I was dealing with quit, so I have to find, like, a whole new counselor, and the counselor that I'm dealing with is at my school, and she's said we're gonna have weekly appointments, because that's what I requested, but I didn't even see her this week. She never even told me when my next appointment was. So much for weekly appointments, I guess, cool, great, especially right now, because, kind of need it. Like, I'm, like, losing my shit over here, like, I kind of need it. But, I'm not that type of person to say something. I did cancel, I think it was last week's appointment, because I had a test, and I couldn't do that day. Like, I had a test. And as much as my mental health, like, should come first, I needed to take that test, because I'm not trying to fail. I'm literally not trying to fail. And then that was literally 2 weeks ago, and ever since I have not heard from her. What's kind of funny that I just remembered, and I know this is so random. I know it's random. How my sister accidentally almost freaking killed me this summer. So I know I posted a story time last year about how my 4th of July went wrong. It went even worse this year. I feel like I jinxed myself because it went even worse. Long story short, don't mix medication with edibles. Yeah, that was a fun night. Totally. I don't even know why I remember that. I'm just, like, thinking about, like, all my family issues, and trust me when I say my family has a lot of issues. I think I honestly get some of them I think I get some of my issues from them. Like, I really do. Like, it would just make sense. Like, my anger issues and my impatience is from my dad. My just pure sadness and frustration is from my mom. My, bipolar disorder is from my family in general. They're fucking bipolar. They are. I'm not saying it's bad to be bipolar. I'm just saying they're fucking bipolar. The only thing that I have not picked up from my family is their love for alcohol. That's the only thing I have not picked up from my family. I mean, I'm happy for that because, like, I, like, low-key already have a job that I'm, like, interested in pursuing, and I'm learning how to pursue it, and I can't be doing that shit with the type of job I'm doing. So yeah, I've been using this foundation for the past few days, and it's the Burt's Bees Goodness Glows one. I love this one. Low key, I feel like I should carve out my eyebrows more, and I'm probably gonna do that in a minute. Let me just put on some of this foundation. I don't put on too much though, because then it just looks all like clumpy and just very textured, if that's even the right word, for no reason. And I am not trying to have my makeup look all fucked up, so that's only why I put on like only so much. Plus, you don't need a whole bottle of foundation. You really don't. This year's just been so crazy. Like, I feel like this has literally been the worst year of my life. I was like, oh, 2021, easily. I'm not so sure about that anymore. I feel like this year takes the cake. Last year was a difficult year. The past few years before that were okay-ish. My childhood was actually pretty fun. I can't even argue. It was pretty fun. Like, when my sister lived at home, before she ran away multiple times and got the cops called, whole other story for a different day. Think I might have already told it. Like, she had the news on her ass and everything. But, before she moved out, we had a close bond. Like, we would do everything together. Like, she would take me and her kid, and we would go and, like, walk to, like, because there's multiple parks around where I live. So we'd go and walk to one of the parks. We'd go sneak out at, like, 11 o'clock at night to go get some Slurpees and some pizza from the 7-Eleven that's literally right around the corner from my house. And we would just, like, yeah, like, sometimes we'd fight. Like, absolutely. Especially, like, right before, like, she, like, ran away, she would literally blast music, and I was just not having it. Like, I wanted peace and quiet. And then, like, I was in, like, 3rd, 4th grade, and I came home the one day, and my mom was crying. My dad was just, like, quiet. And then I was like, what happened? And then they're like, yeah, your sister ran away, and she took the kid. And I was like, oop. Little me didn't really understand because I was so little, but then as I got older, I found out more. But the funny thing is, I always had some shit on everyone in the family because I knew all the family tea. And, I have my way of finding shit out still, absolutely. It's just, I don't really care about the family anymore. It's like, whatever. Go fuck your life up. Not my problem. And trust me, I'm already fucking my life up, like... And, like, people have been just trying to fuck my life up for the past 3 years, but honestly, they really can't because I've done it myself. Like, you can't hurt me. You just can't hurt me. You can try, but it's not going to get you anywhere. I feel like that's another one of my problems is I just don't give myself a break. Especially anymore. Like, now that I, like, can't really miss school and I just have a lot going on. Like, I just don't give myself a break, and I feel like that is so unhealthy, but, like, because I used to, like, really, really take care of myself. Now it's, like, it's a once in a blue moon thing where I, like, do my full entire self-care routine, but other than that, I still obviously shower and everything. It's just I don't go, like, all out and taking care of myself like I used to, and I wish I did. It's just I'm trying to find the motivation. And I know I'll find it. It's just gonna take time. It's gonna take time. This year has not been the best year at all. If anything, it's been the worst year. Like, this year takes the cake. Absolutely. This year takes the cake. But, next year is gonna be my year. It's gonna be my year, and I'm gonna make it my year. This year, I was starting off pretty strong, and then one thing happened, led to another, and the changes kept going. And that's, like, the main reason why everything has just been falling apart for the past months, is because that one thing happened. But, like, that one thing meant so much to me. It literally meant the world to me, and then it failed. And I was just like, okay, well, what do I do now? My life is gone to shit. I don't want to get out of bed anymore. And then that just kind of played out and played out and played out and led to so much more shit. So, like, yay, go me. I fucked my own life up. I'm surprised I have not been sent to the mental hospital this year. And I know that's kind of like an out-of-pocket thing to say, but, like, no, seriously, I really am. Because the way this year has been for me, I've had the cops called on me, like, a few times. Pretty sure. Can't remember exactly how much. I can't remember if that was last year either. So, but yeah, as I said, it just has not been my year. Next year, though, next year's gonna be my year. I can already see it. I can already feel it. Like, next year's gonna be my year, and that's that. I know I just did this makeup look, like, a couple days ago. I'm trying to, like, remember it. I actually think I'm gonna do my lashes before I do my eyeshadow, so I don't fuck my eyeshadow up. And then if I have to put mascara on my lashes, I will. I just don't want to fuck my makeup up. Because this little, like, what's it called? This makeup look that I'm gonna do, I tried it the one time, and I was just, like, playing with my makeup. I was just trying to have a creative mind and be open to everything. And then I actually, like, really ended up loving how it turned out, and I was obsessed with it. So, yeah, we're gonna try it again. But now I just feel like shit's been crazy lately. Like, fun little, like, story time for you guys. So, a girl in my neighborhood who really does not like me because she likes my boyfriend, and my boyfriend doesn't like her, and he actually rejected her because she asked him out on Snapchat knowing we're together. No one likes a homewrecker. She made a fake Instagram account and posted shit about everyone in my neighborhood, and she posted shit about me that wasn't even true. And keep in mind, she also hates me because of rumors she made up about me. Are you delusional? Like, hello? Are you delusional? And so I see the post, and my first response is to tell her and be like, meet me at the corner of my street. I'll be alone. And so I tell my boyfriend, like, listen, like, this is my fight. Like, I want you to stay out of it because it's my fight. It's my fight. And I told the person that I'd meet them alone. So, like, stay behind me. Don't interfere. Don't interfere at all. Then 2 other guys show up. And, we're cool with them. We're cool with them, by the way. Like, we're completely cool with them. And they're like, yeah, like, there was shit posted about us, too. Funny thing, one of the people that I recently became cool with actually told me and my boyfriend that it was so-and-so who made the account. Like, I'm not about to sit here and do names because I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit. So, like, they were like, yeah, like, she made the account and everything, but we didn't know who it was at the time. We were like, who could this possibly be? And I was like, someone has to think it's me because, you know, did you just fucking see that shit? I was like, you know, someone has to probably think it's me, even though literally I have better things to do. Like, girl, bye. And I'm a hot mess. Anyway, so I was like, okay, meet me at my corner, and I finally noticed that there's a person standing, like, halfway down the street, and they're like, I see you. Like, okay, so come here. You see me, so come here. I did not literally tell you to meet me at the corner of my street just so you can, like, be halfway down the street and stare at me. Like, come here. Come on. You can talk shit, you better back it up. And I started charging, and the boys obviously had to start charging too. Like, I'm not mad at them for it. I'm not mad at them at all. And I'm not talking shit about them either because, as I said, I am cool with them. And everything. But I just wish they wouldn't have, like, you know, I wish they would have just stayed behind just a little bit because I wanted to catch this person. And then people were posting saying, you're never going to find me. And ironically, the girl who made the account is white, and she was, like, saying the N-word in the chats. And, like, people around here have tried to say that I said the N-word. Dude, I don't even talk to anyone. I don't really talk to anyone around here, and dude, I'm literally white as a ghost. So, like, and, like, where would they have heard that from anyway? Because I don't talk to anyone they talk to. Like, I'm not talking shit about them. I'm just saying, like, it kind of doesn't add up. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So, I thought, like, that whole thing was funny. And then we find out who it was, and she's in my school now. So, like, cool. And there was a whole separate account made, like, a couple days after, and it posted a screenshot of some of the stuff said that the account posted on their story about some of the people around here. And I'm not saying if anything was true or not. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, that was true, that really happened, and basically expose everybody, because, like, no. Like, be for real. But, regardless if it was true or not, people got pissed, and someone made a whole separate account, and they were like, I'm sick and tired of people talking shit about my friends, and I'm coming for your ass. And I'm like, oh, girl, same. I'm just, like, kind of waiting to see this person, though. I'm kind of waiting. It's like, first of all, they literally tried to home wreck me and my boyfriend. Like, no one likes a home wrecker. Like, if I liked another girl's man, if I was single and I liked another girl's man, I'd suck it up because he has a girlfriend. Like, it's wrong. Like, have morals. Literally texted my boyfriend on Snapchat, and she was like, I like you. And my boyfriend, all he said was, LMAO, nah. Funny thing, I knew about it because, number one, he told me. Number two, I was sitting right next to him. And it was like 12 o'clock at night. We were sitting up in his room. We were sitting on his bed, and we were laughing our asses off. Like, we were laughing our asses off about it. Like, it was funny to us. Like, it was really funny. Like, sis really thought my boyfriend would cheat on me with her. Be so for real. Be so for real. Like, we were sitting there literally fucking rolling on the floor laughing. Like, I was psychotic or something. Like, I didn't also realize emotional cheating was a thing until now. And I didn't realize I actually went through it. I mean, I've been cheated on before. Like, physically and looking back emotionally. But, like, I didn't really realize emotional cheating was, like, a whole thing. Until now. Until, like, literally a couple days ago. And I was like, oh, shit, wait, that happened to me. If you guys want me to tell the story time about, how, like, when I was cheated on, I will. I'll probably do it in this video. I might do it in this video because I've been literally recording for 43 minutes. The fun part begins. I'm going to need my cream that I use to make, like, my eyes lighter. I recommend this one. Especially if you do, like, colorful makeup or, like, want your makeup to look more vibrant. It's the Stuck on You by the Beauty Crop. I don't even know if this is the proper use for it, but let me tell you. I usually dip my fingers in it because it, like, it looks, like, more stronger if I dip my fingers in it. You know what I mean? Like, it gives, like, a better result. And I'm just not going to cover the brown eyeshadow. I might, like, fix these and make these smaller and add some eyeliner and then add inner corner eyeliner, which I suck at inner corner eyeliner. Let me tell you. Like, I literally cannot do it for the life of me. Yeah. I just can't. But we are going to work on it, for a fact. I tried yesterday, and I gave the fuck up. I was like, girl, no, bye. I did perfectly the one day, though. I don't really do inner corner. And I feel like if I work on it more, it'll really help. Now I'm going to add this, like, fly color right here. It's literally called Fly. And I'm going to add a little bit of this edge, because it's, like, a very whitish pink. And then that's going to go in the corner right here. Okay, so I'm actually going to tell you guys the story time about how I was cheated on. And buckle up, because it's, like, messy. I was actually in the end of my 6th grade year when this happened. But in 6th grade, I had met this person. We're going to call them C. And C and I, like, became, like, best friends. Like, we sat together in health. I'm pretty sure us sitting together in health is how we, like, became best friends. And they ended up joining my friend group. And that was not a problem because I knew my friend group was loyal. I didn't realize that, you know, my best friend would be the one to go for my partner. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. As I said, we were just friends at the time. Nothing in that nature yet. And we would talk 24/7. We never hung outside of the school because we kind of lived like a little bit of a distance from each other, and my parents had a lot going on at the time, so they couldn't just like drive me, and I was only 12, so I couldn't drive. And we did talk though a lot, like we had each other's Instagrams, phone numbers, you name it. And then I was in a relationship though, so I was not really like, we weren't talking like that, like we were just friends. And even then, I would watch how friendly I was with like my now ex, because as I said, I was in a relationship and I was actually dating one of the girls in the friend group, because I used to be bi. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I was just bi. I'm just gonna tell you that, guys, that I'm straight now. Like, I'm not even remotely interested in girls. But, yeah, back then I was. So, just to throw that out there. And that relationship in itself was toxic. So, like, I low-key didn't really care if I lost that person, because they were toxic. And so, me and C would hang out. And then eventually, in the beginning of June, I started, like, putting things together that they liked me. Because they'd be, like, booping my nose, you know? Like, being kind of, like, touchy with me, but not touchy. You know what I mean? Like, they'd, like, give me a hug or just be, like, over-friendly. And I wasn't really reciprocating it because I had slight feelings, and I was about to break it off with my, abusive ex. I was scared too, not gonna lie, because anytime I threatened to go anywhere or literally do anything, it was, I'm gonna self-unalive. Or if I didn't talk to them, it was, they were gonna self-unalive. So I was scared to do anything, really. Like, I felt like I couldn't live my life, because if I would have done one thing, they're like, I'm gonna self-alive, like, I already have the thing around my neck, and I'm like, dude. Like, I was crying so hard and I was ready to call the cops. Now I just realized that was just, no. Like, be for real. That was just manipulative as hell and controlling. So fuck you, ex. Anyway. So I was like, I tried breaking it off with that abusive ex. We're just gonna call them my abusive ex. They were also in the friend group, by the way, and so was my best friend, the one that I was cheated on with. I tried breaking it off multiple times because they were literally going around school saying that they were going to break up with me. And then when I tried to break it off, I was like, no, please, I love you. And then, like, June 5th, June 6th of 2019, they were like, listen, like, we can't be together anymore. And I'm low-key in my head, I'm like, yes, sir. Like, get me the fuck out of here. And I was so happy. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I couldn't give less of a shit. I was like, oh, okay, like, girl, bye. Anyway, and so the next day or so is a Friday, and I'm in my study hall, and one of my friends, I was also friends with C, was in that study hall. And, we were supposed to be quiet and everything, but I was telling her, like, I had a crush on C. Like, I had a crush on C. And she was like, no, because, like, she has a crush on you. Like, she was thinking about asking you out. And I was like, really? And my teacher just looked at me like, girl, like, shut the fuck up. But I low-key didn't care because I just want, like, who's gonna care what the fucking teacher thinks when you just find out your crush likes them? Like, be so for real. Like, the teacher was, like, the least of my worries. Like, I was just happy my crush liked me back. And, like, I've never had a problem with my crush not liking me back. I've never really been rejected. Let's just put it that way. Once I definitely have. And, I distanced myself from that person because I didn't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So it's Friday, and I wouldn't be able to see them till Monday because I had study hall very last period, and they weren't in there. And so I get on the bus, and I'm like, okay, well, I have their number. So literally right in front of my ex that literally, like, things were just ended with, like, not even, like, not even a couple days after, like, we ended it, I texted C right in front of my ex, and I was like, I like you. And she's like, I like you too. And then I was like, so what are we? And she's like, together. So I'm like, okay, bet. And my ex gave me the dirtiest fucking look, but I did not give a single shit. Like, you treated me like shit. I don't give a fuck what you think. And we start dating. Things were going pretty good. Things were actually going pretty good, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Things were going pretty good. The only weird thing, which I should have took as a red flag, definitely, was the fact that we could never hang out, but they could always hang out with their ex. Like, be for real. Now, me being stupid and naive at the time, a stupid, naive 12-year-old, I didn't realize that was a red flag. But the whole weird thing is, like, as soon as we started dating, her ex literally DM'd me on Instagram. And she was like, if you break her heart, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm like, dog, chill. It's not that deep. But they would hang out. And C knew that she literally threatened me because I sent her the screenshots. Like, the fuck? I obviously sent the screenshots to her, and yet they'd still hang out. But we could never hang out, even though we were dating. Like, be so fucking for real. And then also, she'd hang out with my best friend, and they'd hang out without me. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's sweet, you know, fuck my life. So fast forward to 7th grade, and as soon as school starts, we end up getting the whole friend group to sit together at this table in the cafeteria. We sit together every day, and then all of a sudden one day, my abusive ex decides to join us. No one asked. Leave. But I didn't really want to say anything about what happened to everyone else, so I just kept quiet for now. I later told them everything, and they were like, what the fuck? But yeah, for now, I kept quiet about it, because I just didn't want them to know. Like, I was scared to tell them. Well, my abusive ex literally tries to get with C. They're constantly flirting with C, and C's like, ew, what the fuck? Like, I don't even like you as a friend. You're literally a bitch. They'd be like, you're literally a bitch. Like, I don't even like you as a friend. And I just fucked up my eyeliner, so I'll be right back. But I finally got my eyeliner fixed. It only took like 20 minutes to do, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Thank God. Thank God it's done though, because I was low-key about to lose my shit. But yeah, as I was saying, so my abusive ex finally leaves the lunch table because we told her to. We told her to fucking leave. And we didn't do it nicely because of how she's been acting. Like, she was literally trying to steal my fucking girlfriend. And everything seems to be fine. And Halloween time rolls around, and C and I make plans to go trick-or-treating alone. And so we have her mom drive us all around this random-ass neighborhood so we can trick-or-treat. You know, grab the food because, bitch, free candy. I'm not passing that shit up. And we're trick-or-treating. Everything is fine, and we go back to her house. Yeah, we go back to her house, and things are getting a little intense. And then all of a sudden, I see an iPad on the floor. I'm like, oh, you never told me you had an iPad. And she's like, yeah, my other phone number's on it. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? She never told me she had another phone number. And then I, like, look over her shoulder because now I'm kind of, like, weirded out. Like, something's telling me something's not right. I mean, dude, like, I don't fucking care that you have an iPad. I'm getting a weird inkling. So I look over her shoulder and I only see a few numbers, like, attached. One was her mom. Like, I don't fucking care that's your mom. So it's like, okay, whatever, probably overreacting. Then I look down and there's my best friend's name. There's her ex's name, and that's all the numbers on there. So now I'm a little, like, weirded out. Like, you could tell your ex you have a whole separate number, but you can't tell me and I'm your girlfriend. Be so fucking for real. Be fucking for real. And so, now I'm skeptical. I'm like, okay, something has to be up. Because she would never post me. Literally would never fucking post me. But she posted numerous times on her Instagram pictures of her ex at her house, in her room. But, as I said, she could never post me, and we would never hang out. Like, be so fucking for real. And her ex, they ended up on bad terms, and then she was making fucking TikToks about me and everything, and yet you still hang out with her? Like, weird. And then she'd also have the nerve to hang out with my best friend, but wouldn't hang out with me. Like, the only time we hung outside of school was that Halloween. Be so fucking for real. But you can sit here and twiddle your thumbs with your ex. Like, okay, I got you, bitch. But, you know, I acted like everything was okay because I was like, okay, maybe I'm overreacting. And she would also post, like, pictures of her friend. And she would also post pictures of her friend, aka my best friend, on her story. And just, she would post it everywhere. Just like she did with her ex. But, once again, never posted me. The only time she ever took a picture of us together was when she sent it to her one long-distance friend who lived in California. And, like, I was starting to suspect, okay, maybe she's poly. And I'm like, the whole thing is there's nothing wrong with being poly, but, like, you gotta tell your other partner you're poly. You can't just be poly and not tell your other partner. I've actually had someone do that to me, and I was pissed off. Just tell me. And I'm gonna let you do whatever because we're not gonna work. I'm mono. I'm strictly mono. So we wouldn't have worked if she was poly, but I was starting to just think, okay, maybe she's poly, or maybe she's just too friendly. I should have known something was up. I honestly should have known. I'm a fucking dumbass, okay? So I text her the one day, and I'm like, hey, do you want to go to the Valentine's Day dance with me? And she's like, yeah, we'll go. Your best friend and everyone else is going in the friend group. And I'm like, okay, I don't care about them. I asked about you. Are we going? And we ended up going together. And her mom picked us up, like she did on Halloween, and we went, and it was fun. And then I just realized that everyone was kind of leaving me out. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm starting to get pissed off at this point. And so she could have asked my best friend to sleep over, but she couldn't ask me, and I'm her girlfriend. So I'm starting to doubt. Myself, okay? I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe that's why she talks to my best friend, because my best friend just provides her happiness and I don't. Looking back, I just should have fucking known what was going on. Once again, I was dumb. And I was in love, even though I was literally, like, 13. Looking back, that wasn't love at all. Keep in mind, her ex, as I said, her ex knows we're together. Because she literally sent me that threatening text one time, as I literally just told you guys about, like, 10 minutes ago. And so I'm getting pissed off because, like, what the fuck is going on? And then I started to get that inkling. You know, like, when you're about to break up and you get that inkling? I got that feeling, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna fucking break up. And then she starts being distant, and it's like she don't really love me because she's, like, not really talking to me as much, not making time to text me after school like usual. Since, you know, we didn't fucking hang out. And she's just being really distant. I'm like, okay, something's up. But I didn't know what. And then eventually, she's like, it was March, the very beginning of March 2020, when she texted me. She was like, I know this place screams that I'm an asshole. I'm like, okay, already. I know. Go on. What's your point? And then she sent me that whole ass paragraph. She's like, I know I'm an asshole and for doing this and everything. I just didn't want to break your heart by saying it in person. Thanks, you already fucking broke my heart. What's the difference? Like, be for real. Be for real. And so I keep reading and she's like, I just want to continue this relationship as friends. Like, I'm not ready for a relationship. You sure are ready for one with my best friend and your ex? I feel like at this point, I just wasn't even phased that we're breaking up. Like, my heart dropped reading it. But then I was like, okay, I kind of seen this coming. Like, I could tell. She's like, I just don't have feelings, like, for you as much as I did when we first started dating. And I'm like, ow, whatever. Okay. And then I find out 2 fucking days later, literally 2 days later, that, she had been dating my best friend for about 3 weeks to a month. So you're with me, but you were dating my best friend while we were together. And not to mention, I ended up finding out that she was fucking around with her ex. Be so for real. I was so blind and I was in love, as my 13-year-old self would say. Bitch, I was in love. I'm sorry. I literally just remember that story time when I was like talking about the emotional cheating, and I'm like, oh my god, like I never told them that story time. Like, let me tell them that story time. You know, relationship story times. I have like the craziest fucking story time to tell you guys. That's not crazy, but it's a little different from the story times I usually do tell. Speaking of relationships, I'm gonna curl these again. So basically, my current boyfriend and I, we decided one night on the weekend we are going to have like a little back to school sleepover before school started. Because fuck school, you know, right? Fuck school. So we're like, okay, like we're gonna have a back to school sleepover, and my cousin, who is friends with my boyfriend, and we have a few mutual friends, they all were going to be having a sleepover with us. And I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. We'll be upstairs doing our own thing. Like, me and my boyfriend will be doing our own thing. So, like, as I said, we're doing our own thing. And before we, like, went upstairs and everything, we were hanging out playing games and everything. Like, we were playing Call of Duty and stuff with everyone else. Well, everyone else was outside having a fire. We stopped outside for a minute, but like we didn't really sit there. Like we went inside on the couch and we were playing Call of Duty, and then he was also like taking turns with like all the other like people there. And I was like, okay, like that's not a problem. And so I'm like low-key just wanting to spend time alone with him. And I'm not like gonna like just rip him away from everyone. So I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna wait till he's done. Sorry, I just don't feel like they, like, really curled the first 3 times, so that's why I, like, kept curling them. So I'm like, okay, like, I'll just give it a little bit. I'll give it a little bit, you know? So I give it a little bit, and then we're both, like, ready to go upstairs. Like, we're like, okay, like, let's just go chill upstairs. We'll set the Xbox up there. And so we set the Xbox up, and things start getting a little heated. And then I hear my cousin's voice downstairs. My cousin's voice, our friends' voices. There was like about 4 or 5 of them. And then me and my boyfriend look at each other and we're like, oh shit. Because we really like, we're getting, you know. So, we look at each other and we're like, he's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. And I'm like, okay. So I'm quiet. And then I hear them and they're like, they're probably up there fucking. And I'm like, what the fuck? I literally, like, yelled down. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that's wild. Da-da-da-da. Like, that's wild. And we're, like, low-key, like, kind of, like, snickering about it because it's, like... so we're kind of, like, snickering about it and everything. And then I'm, like... we're, like, resuming. And then my cousin is like, I literally just heard them fucking, and I'm like, no, you didn't. Bitch, we're literally playing Call of Duty and watching YouTube and eating snacks. And so he's like, okay, well. And so he, like, leaves it at that. We leave it at that. And we end up finishing off what we're doing. But, like, there is no way they did not hear what we were doing. There's no fucking way. Ain't no way. And then my cousin ended up walking up to us. I never fucking dove under blankets so fast. Like, I fucking dove. And he's like, I already know what y'all are doing. And I'm like, okay, well, I will take you to 7-Eleven if you don't tell my mom, if you don't tell anyone from our family, and if you don't tell your friends. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell my mom. Don't tell Nana. Don't tell literally anyone. Don't even fucking tell your mom. And he's like, okay, I won't. And I took him to 7-Eleven. Because he still has not said one word to this day. They know not to say one word. I mean, I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm not going to hurt them if they do. Like, no. It's just like, I told him, like, don't say a word. And they stuck to that. Period. Because I would have been pissed if they would have fucking snitched. Alright, well, this video has gone on for too long. I'm literally running at the 1 hour 30 mark. So I am going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, which I highly, highly doubt, comment a purple heart emoji. Yeah, comment a purple heart emoji if you made it this far. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. And yeah, bye guys.